my angels, it's Haley Reese, and today I am so super excited because not only is today the first of 25 days of Reesemas, but it's also December 1st, obviously, which means that Christmas is in 25 days, and I love Christmas time, I love the holiday season, and I could not be any happier than I am right now. I know that Christmas time can be a really hard time for some people, and that it's not necessarily this jolly, happy time for everyone. So if you're somebody who is going through a tough time this Christmas, or Christmas is just not the best time of year for you, I hope that my videos every day can bring some happiness and light and love into your life. And if you're someone like me who loves Christmas time, I really hope that I can just add on to how great the holiday season is with a video each and every day. I've got some pretty awesome stuff planned for this month, so I really hope that you guys tune in every day for 25 days of Reesemas. And without further ado, let's get into today's video because it's an interesting one. Grandma Reese was so disappointed in me when she found out this was gonna be my first video. She's like, Haley, you cannot ruin Christmas for people. Don't drag Santa through the mud. Don't compare him to the devil. But I wanted to do a first video that I didn't think anyone else would be doing, that I thought would be something different and unique. And upon searching different Christmas related conspiracy theories and spooky stories, I realized that some people in the world actually think that Santa is Satan. So I thought, okay, how on earth could you even compare a jolly, chubby, wonderful man who comes down the chimney and gives gifts and encourages kids to be good and eats milk and cookies to the devil? I mean, I cannot picture Satan sitting at a table eating milk and cookies. Like, that just seems like a Santa, innocent, nice thing to do. Doesn't seem like something the devil would do, and if he did, imagine how funny that would look. So I clicked on the article and I was like, let's take a look into this. And upon reading people's reasonings as to why Santa and Satan are similar, I realized that it's not that far-fetched of a concept. Obviously, I mean, it is far-fetched, but like at the end of the day, I can understand why people feel this way. So first and foremost, Santa and Satan have the exact same letters. They're just abbreviations of different words with the same letters. So Santa, Satan, a lot of people have like noted on that comparison. Now, I personally have never noted on that ever in my whole life. Probably because when I'm thinking of Christmas time, I'm definitely not thinking of Satan, so I've never pieced two and two together, but that's always been something that people were like over, you know? Now, claws is actually Old English for the term hoof claws, which obviously the devil has hoofs and claws in people's minds, like when they picture him. My uncle like had an encounter with the devil, and he said that he came to him as charming and approachable and very handsome and stuff, but I think he can make himself anything, and a lot of people have this like misconception that he's this evil, like horned and like hoofed looking thing. And so when people found out that claws was hoof claws, they kind of raised a red flag there too. Some people even rearranged claws to spell Lucas, which they thought was close to Lucifer. I think that's a ridiculous stretch. I personally don't really see the correlation there, but some people were really playing with the words. Now, other people get really creeped out by the fact that he knows and sees everything. The fact that this person, you know, knows when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows if you've been bad or good. It really reminds them of the all-seeing eye, and in turn makes them think that he's more of like an entity rather than like a jolly old man in the North Pole. So people thought that like his character was actually like Satan. Here's where it actually gets pretty interesting. So obviously Santa Claus, the origin, we know, like, you know, Saint Nicholas and all of that. So Santa's often called Saint Nick. You know, old Saint Nick. Something I actually didn't know until I did my research was that the devil's been referred to as Old Nick for like centuries. And the reason that they referred to him as Old Nick is because they thought that when they gave him a common name, which Nick was a very common name back then, they thought that they were giving him a common name, it kind of took away his power. It kind of made him more like everybody else. You know, when you're not referring to him as Lucifer or the devil or something evil and demonic and just like malicious, you just call him Old Nick. It's just like, ah, Old Nick. You know, it kind of takes away that fear that he instills just by hearing his name. So I guess a lot of people referred to him as Old Nick. So when Santa started being called Old Saint Nick and he's been called Old Nick, a lot of people put that correlation of 2 and 2 together as well. And they were like, it's him. So the main thing that I wanted to know when I was doing this research was why on earth would anybody compare Santa to Satan? Like, they're completely different. They're completely polar opposites. Like, Santa stands for the opposing of Satan. You know, he encourages kids to be good. He encourages the gift of giving. You know, he encourages happiness. And it's just a joyful time of year. I was really surprised that they were comparing him to someone like the devil. I've said that so many times, like I feel like I'm being watched. I shouldn't say his name so much. Basically, Christianity and Catholicism emphasize that Christmas is the time of Jesus, you know? You celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, and it's a very special time for those who hold religion close to their hearts. And people believe that Santa and the concept of that Christmas was created to actually take the light away from Jesus, take the light away from what Christmas was supposed to be about, and make it about greed and consumerism and just, you know, receiving rather than giving. There's a lot of kids where at Christmas time they feel very entitled. You know, they make these long lists of all these things they want and they get upset if they don't get one of them. And that's really not what Christmas is supposed to be about. Like, I definitely love to give gifts. I'm definitely someone who loves to give more than receive. So it's like, at the end of the day, I think that it's not a far fetch for people who are close to religion to think that Santa was kind of taking away from what the true meaning of Christmas was. Now, why would the devil want to do that? Obviously, the devil himself thrives off of pulling people from religion. And I think that even if you're not a religious person, just pulling you away from celebrating things associated to religion and making it more about greed and selfishness and consumerism kind of puts him on a one-up, you know, because that's standing for everything opposing to what Christmas is supposed to be about. Obviously not everybody's like this, but a lot of the forums were actually saying that they believed that that was why the devil created the concept of Santa, and that he was the one who originated Santa and the idea of this whole entire thing to pull light away from what it's truly about and to make it more of like a greedy thing. I mean, I can understand why people feel that way. I really can, but do I think that the devil is Santa? I don't know about that one. Regardless, you guys, I hope I didn't ruin Christmas for you. I am still most definitely Team Santa. I love Santa. I love Christmas time. I just really love this whole time of year and the holiday season, and I always have, even when things weren't so great for my family, you know, and it was a tight time of year and I would get like one gift. I just love the feeling of Christmas time, you know, everyone getting together. And I'm really excited to share these 25 days with you guys and go through some pretty cool videos. Like, I'm really, really excited about it. My camera literally just died as I was saying goodbye to you guys. What the heck? On that note, if you're new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I post a ton of videos and I don't want you to miss when I do upload. I'm posting every day for 25 days, so you don't want to miss out. And please give this video a big thumbs up. It makes my heart really happy. I know I always say that, but it's the truth, and I really appreciate it, so please do that. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you.